Alright, welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this, part 49. Wow. Tides of Numenéra. This is turning out to be a long game, but I'm pretty certain we're getting towards the pointy end of the stick, so curious to see how long there is to go of this game. So we've just done Marzok's Meercaster, I think, or someone's Meercaster. It was this one, wasn't it? Sort of fell out of his pocket, I think. So I guess now the only thing left to do is level me up. Ooh, do I want skill or ability? Oh, I wish I had have gone ability. I was thinking the other way around. Yeah, I'm not a runner in real life and I'm not a runner in the game. Okay, let's maybe... kind of want to go Anamnesis, because I have used it a couple of times, but also, if we're getting towards the end of the game, does it... I don't know, is it really useful? I mean, I have had a few successful persuasions, I think. So maybe let's just do that. And then on the off chance that I do get a successful one, I at least get all of my intellect back. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one, I think. This one was slightly tempting, because it's just like, deals all the damage. But it's kind of an AoE, which doesn't seem to have particular targets in mind, so I think it's just anyone who is in the area. Oh, I get two. Alright, let's go that then. Done.
Alright.
Was that... did I just see Muzzle running away? Alright, let's have a quick chat with Quien. I wouldn't mind sleeping. Hopefully that's not going to come back to haunt me.
That's better. There we go.
Why not?
Okay, and then I guess we're going back this way? How do I see the Memavira? Mazov, I mean Ishan, should have found his way back by now. Is he safe? So his story was true. She looks you up and down with a new admiration. I admit I didn't expect to see either of you alive again. Yes, he's safe and the Memavira is expecting you. She will see you whenever you are ready. She gives a serendipitous glance to the other guard and says to you in a low tone, "You should know that the Memavira seemed angry that you succeeded." She shakes her head. "I don't understand it either, but I've seen her like this before. My advice, yeah, take care of any unfinished business." That's exactly what I was thinking would happen. Again, this game is very stock standard. Okay, so, I mean, the only thing that I've got left is this one, and I don't particularly care about bringing Tibir to Dracogen, so let's go. So the heroine returns. Oh, are we fighting? Is this going to be the last boss battle? The Memavira's gaze is strong and unflinching, though her face is lined and stress marks her mouth. "Impressive," she says, though her words are clipped. "Even with everything I'd heard you had done, I did not actually think you would succeed. I underestimated her twice now. It will not happen again." Why did you send me if you thought I wouldn't succeed? She smirks. An interesting question, one that deserves an answer. She raises her chin high. Some kind of energy shimmers across her body. I am the first cast-off. I have kept myself hidden for a century and more, watching, waiting, letting our damned sire execute his twisted plans, thinking he had the upper hand. But we have plans of our own. Suddenly, several familiar cast-offs materialize out of nowhere. You can't place all their faces, but you immediately recognize Paj Reckon. The trim figure of Barricale is also among them. Our sire thought to use the resonance chamber to subsume us, but I have learned it can stop the sorrow in another way. It is the door to our freedom, and you have returned to me my key. Then the Memavira, the first, makes a sweeping gesture towards Mazov behind her. What? As you can see, my agents have retrieved the resonance chamber from the reef. With Mazov returned, we can use the chamber to sever the tidal connection that draws the sorrow to us like a warm moth. Then we will be free forever, from the sorrow, from having to hide Emile Levesque or this wretched Bloom, from all our sire's stratagems. We will finally be ourselves. You didn't notice while the first was speaking, but McKenna's eyes are staring at one of the first's companions. She actually looks frightened. If it's at all possible, she looks paler than normal. Tash? Impossible. Has my mind failed me again? Now that she says this name, it's obvious. This is the man whose body you inhabited in Makina's Mircaster so long ago. His only reply is a leering grin. You're dead. I killed you, her brow furrows. Didn't I? That's certainly what you remember. His unpleasant grin widens. Our freedom is finally at hand thanks to you, she laughs to herself softly as though to some inside joke. I have no doubt you have questions. From what I hear, you always have questions. You may ask them while Mazov finishes his work. Ironic that the one he meant to snuff is now our savior. Maybe I won't have to kill her. I'm opting to leave all the typos and, clearly sentence structure mistakes in, just because it makes me laugh. Okay. Why would you have to kill me? She cocks her head to the side. How do you... You are more clever than my information suggests, though perhaps not if you have not yet divined why I would have to kill you. She sets her shoulders strong. You are his key, the catalyst he created to activate the chamber. He would use it to subsume all of us into himself, to kill us. Do you understand? I have been trying to stop that from happening ever since I learned what our sire's true plans were. Then when you spoke to Mazov in Ossiphagan, using poor Zarian's body, I knew he was close. I knew where you would appear, but not when. I've been watching Mia Levesque ever since, waiting for you. She crosses her arms. When you escaped the sanctuary, I panicked, years of planning undone. But then you came here, to me. The trip to the heart was a fool's errand, you know. Whether you succeeded or not, I would have had what I need. Either you'd be dead and our sire's plans with you, or else I'd have Mazov back to enact my own plans. And our sire's plans would no longer matter. We need to talk about the chamber. Of course we do. Her tone is patronizing. Very well, what do you want to know? What can't your curiosity live without? Your plan will kill the cast-offs, not free them. We need the connection in order to live. She scoffs. What a ridiculous conjecture. Where did you hear that? Our sire learned it from a Gibra cast-off named Tom. Tom said both our sire's plans and yours would kill us all. Tom? She stares at you for several moments, then finally she says, No, Tom is mistaken. What could he know about the details of my plan? Could Tom have... No, it's a lie. Tom doesn't know half of what I do about the labyrinth. The sorrow tracks us with the tide, severing the tidal connection between us. The labyrinth, our sire calls it, we will no longer be connected to the tides. We will no longer abuse them and the sorrow will stop its hunt. We will be free. It must be done. I've learned that in activating the chamber it can be used to weaken the sorrow. Is that true? She looks to Muzzov. You can't read the man's expression, but the first says, Perhaps, but what would that accomplish? The sorrow's been weakened many times, yet it does not die. I will not risk our lives like that. Severing the tidal connections between us is our only hope of stopping the sorrow and surviving. I thought my body was the catalyst to the chamber. It is. The changing God created your body specifically to activate the chamber, to channel its powers. We discovered you had become a cast-off when you spoke to Muzzov through Zarian Daywalker. Your body was designed to control the tidal connection between us. Her voice lowers. But of course our sire doesn't want to sever that connection. He wants to use it to draw all cast-offs back into himself, snuffing us out. She lowers her chin menacingly. I won't let that happen, so Muzzov has reconfigured the chamber to work with any cast-off. Can my body still activate the chamber then? Of course it can. Muzzov has repaired the machine, not broken it further. Her voice gains a sharp edge to it. But rest assured, if you go anywhere near that chamber, I will kill you myself. Is there any other way to stop the sorrow? There is another way, she chuckles darkly. Our sire's way, suck every living cast-off back into a single body. But what good is that? No. The only way to stop the sorrow is to remove what it seeks. It hunts us because our bodies abuse the tides. In severing the connection, that abuse will end. She scoffs. Our sire didn't know what he was doing when he made our bodies. The sorrow is the consequence, but I will undo his mistakes. How was Muzzov taken from you? Her voice grows hard. The bloom turned on me without warning, or perhaps there were signs I missed. It devoured a large chunk of the fortress, and Muzzov's workshop with it. I have endeavored to keep it out ever since, but it was too late. Muzzov was gone. He's lucky it was me the bloom wanted, else he would have been devoured immediately. How long have you been hiding here? She shrugs. A decade? More? I rescued Muzzov from the Gibra after our sire abandoned him. The bloom's hatred of the sorrow and its power to keep it at bay was known to me, so we came here in disguise. But you betrayed the old Memavira. Why take over if you only came here to hide? He was weak, and I needed his resources. I had to find the resonance chamber before our sire could activate it. She chuckles. Controlling the power of the bloom was a nice bonus. Now the bloom has turned against me, though. It won't matter soon. If I say we should use the chamber to weaken the sorrow, we might be able to kill it. Is that just going to be rinse and repeat? Her voice cuts with a sharp edge. Are you a fool? The sorrow cannot be killed. You, however, can. which you'll discover if you try to get anywhere near that chamber. The only reason you're alive at all is because I'm optimistic. I hope you're smarter than that. Why didn't you tell me you were the first from the beginning? She crosses her arms. Frankly, I don't trust you. There are certain voices in your head. I can't know what side you're really on, so it was safer to use you instead. Oh, I should have gone and talked to everyone in my head. I forgot that that was a thing. Voices in my head? What are you talking about? I can't tell if you're being coy or stupid. She stares at you a moment. I have known the changing god was in your mind since you spoke to Muzzov in Ossiphagan. I was there. I am the Chimera. With the changing god alive, all my plans and all of our lives were in jeopardy. Rest assured, I will do anything to stop him. Your plan will kill the cast-offs. I won't let that happen. She shrugs. Try and stop me. I was always going to have to kill you anyway. Yeah, okay, I don't really want to fight all of them. But really the only other option then is activate the chamber and stop the sorrow.
Ready to learn something?
She nods. It would be foolish to do anything else. Come, brothers and sisters, our freedom awaits. I don't know, once again it was like combat or this. Alright, some kind of crisis situation. The entire fortress shakes, dust and stones falling from the ceiling above. What was that? The first sniffs the air, her body glowing with new power from the resonance chamber. The sorrow, it's here, but too soon. The resonance chamber hasn't finished its activation cycle. She readjusts her grip on the hilt of her blade. We'll have to face our enemy. Take heart. We need only survive a few more minutes before we are forever free. As she turns to fight, you notice the resonance chamber's console is still functional. Perhaps there's still a chance to redirect its powers before it has fully charged. Right. Alright, you go, girl. I mean, sure, I like running into fire too. It's my favorite. Okay, I'm assuming I'll be the only one who can interact. Hey, it's Syrian.
Look out below! Above! Sideways!
Okay, he apparently can't attack, even though this one says he can.
All right.
Wait, no, I want to interact with the... Oh, far out. Okay, so I guess if I redirect it towards myself, then I'm gonna, like, consume everyone, which is not what I want to do, so... We'll just leave it at that, I guess. My douche...
Nothing can stop me now. All right.
I'm just going to be very slow with my peeps because I don't really want them to run into combat, especially when there's fire and stuff around, you know?
I'll handle it.
Ooh, a gravity bomb, hey. Alright, more fire, yeah. Yeah, see, this is why I was never going to fight them, because, like, what a mess. They would have taken me out in one foul swoop. Apparently there's 2 sorrows left. Apparently there's one, like, here. Apparently everything's out of range.
Why, of course. My attack didn't feel strong at all.
No, it wasn't.
At all.
Let's go. I'm ready for whatever comes.
I mean, I'm more than happy for my peeps to just stay out of fire. Target an ally with enemies in weapons range. Can it, oh, okay, he's not close enough.
Sure.
Oh, what? What a missed opportunity.
Done.
I don't know, just move around, Makina. I'm a bit worried by how close everyone here is to the fire, because it seems to be spreading. Interesting. Oh. Oh, hi, Death. It's been a while. Shivers. I think that's a fair response. So, do we need to try and take out Death? Yeah, you're not having as much luck getting through that, are you? Oh, buddy, stop. Just go for the sorrow. No, stop. You're gonna die. Oh. Oh, right. It's our turn. Okay.
My attack didn't feel strong at all.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
At all.
Let's move over a bit. Oh, you missed! Who invited you to the party? So, is there any indication of how long we have to survive? It's just purely survive. Okay. Okay. What can I do? Right, so I'm going to need to move, which doesn't fill me with a lot of joy.
Yes.
Still can't get anything. Yeah. Still can't. Okay, can I... Oh, I don't want to get the first, though.
Done. Nothing can stop me now.
You won't notice I'm gone.
Yeah, maybe just hang out. You missed, you derp. He's got 300 health, I just noticed that. The sorrow has built up an alarming amount of power. It turns its attention to the resonance chamber. Suddenly the chamber explodes in shafts of light, touching everyone and everything in the fortress. It has activated at last. But it doesn't feel like you expected. An intense pain explodes in your skull and a retching tug in your gut. The chamber is pulling you inside it, forcibly ripping your mind from your body, and if the screams are any indication, you aren't the only one. Can I hear, like, screaming sound effects? Just anything to go with the vibe of what I just read?